Hello guys, it's me Simo Orahara, and in this video we will talk about what came in episode 3. But before that, if you're going to comment without watching the video and listen to what I'm gonna say, believe me, don't waste your react, so watch the video, then you are free to comment, and believe me, your comment will be objective. Because it has become for me obligatory to clarify some things, especially about what I have said in this video that I made regarding the second episode. I don't know how some people think. You should always tell them that everything is good and everything is wonderful. And I don't know what is the objectivity in this. If we always say that we like everything and there is nothing we don't like, does being a Bleach fan that automatically means I must always say everything is perfect? And if I said the opposite and that there is something I didn't like, this will make some people put a dislike on my video or unsubscribe for my channel. Wow, wonderful. Then let me tell you something. Personally, I hate two types of fans. There is the first type, who loves a specific work and exaggerates in glorifying it and trying to cover its mistake instead of discussing them in a constructive way. Secondly, I hate the fans who hate a specific work and most of their talk is destructive criticism and they not mention any advantages of that work, just they talk shit about it. And I'm not one of those, but if we come to talk about my love for Bleach, this is something no one can doubt. It is true that I got to know Bleach through the anime and the anime of the previous season. But in the first place, I loved Bleach because of its story and world building. I don't like the anime for its own sake. I love the story world. So Bleach for me, it's like that piece of art that is there to me, which I want to see integrated in terms of everything. So when I talk about something I didn't like, it's because I want the best for the story as a whole. Of course, this based on my personal point of view that could be right or wrong. The essential thing is that my attention is to see Bleach in a perfect situation. And I know that there is some few fans who share my point of view, and maybe I'm the only one who speaks in their voice. That's why I will clarify things for once. First of all, let's answer those who say that the anime was made for anime watchers and not for the manga readers. Wow, really? For what reason the final arc has come? Isn't for the fans who have read the final arc and like it and saw that there is something good, a lot of things good that should be animated. I have seen hundreds of thousands of Japanese fans who have read the final arc and wish to see its events in the anime, and millions of fans around the world as well. And personally, I'm speaking about myself, when there was no one talking about the anime's return, I have made hundreds of videos as a motion manga about the final arc. A lot of videos of mine got millions of views because people were strongly thirsty to see those events as anime. So now you come to me and say, no, you don't have the right to talk because this season was made for anime watchers only. Give me some logic, please. I mean, the return of the anime is mainly related to the fans who have read the final arc. This is from one side. On the other hand, and this is the heart of the matter, maybe I was wrong in my perception of the new anime season. Apparently I was dreaming a fairy dream, a rosy dream. I wanted to see the anime with the same policy as the previous season in terms of adaptation, to adapt 2.5 or 3 chapters with some additions here and there in each episode. This would have provided the final arc to fix a lot of things that were missing in the manga, which will make us see all the events of the final arc being transmitted smoothly and with good construction. And for me, if they can just give us an animation like the ones that we saw in the Fullbring arc or better, that would be something awesome with number of episodes between 60 or 70 episodes. I mean, that was my vision. But it seems I was wrong. What I wanted is not what there is in reality. It seems that the studio is dependent on a certain numbers of episodes. That's why they are removing what you call unimportant scenes, unimportant pages. And that's why they were able to insert 6 chapters in one episode. And if they gonna go with this way, 5 chapters or 6 chapters in one episode. This means in 13 episodes they will adapt 65 chapters, which contains the first invasion events, the Soul Palace events, the Battle of the Chokinpachi, the Path of Ishin, and the preparation of the second invasion. If you like this and you see it good that they may adapt 65 chapters in the first core of 13 episodes because they will get rid of those events that you consider unimportant, that's it. I will not complain about it again. I will only show you the differences, nothing else. Because as I said, I was wrong about my perception of the new season. So I apologize to myself, to you, because I wanted to see a full adaptation of the final arc with some additions. Now let's stop this drama, and I think I have clarified my point of view. So about the episode 3, the most important thing in it is Ishida Yuryu, because as I said in the previous video about the episode spoilers, we will see some new scenes that were not in the manga, and they are the scenes of Yuryu. First of all, we have now a confirmation that Yuryu spoke to Ichigo before he had spoken to Ryuken about the Wanderreich. When he was with Ichigo, Yuryu only concluded that those who attacked Soul Society and Weak Commando might be Quincy's, especially after he learned that Ibarn had a Quincy cross. But whether the attack in the Soul Society or the arrival of Ibarn to Ichigo, these incidents opened the door to a big questions for Yuryu. I am the last Quincy, so how could be there other Quincy's? This question Yuryu was searching for it in the family library, but he didn't find anything special, so he asked these questions to Ryuken. The latter did not give him any answer, but told him that what you want to search for is not there. At the same time, the battle of Kirige Oppi and Ichigo had begun. Kirige first mentioned that Ichigo is a special war potential, and this will have an important effect in the upcoming events. And during the battle they talked about Yuryu and his grandfather Sokin, so that Ichigo said that Kirige Oppi's arrows are stronger than Yuryu's, and Kirige was surprised, and he said that this thing is not possible. And this actually arises a question. What did Kirige Oppi mean by that? Personally, I think the reason Kirige knew about Yuryu was because Soken Ishida was a famous Jonaiter at the time he was working there inside the Wanderreich. Maybe he was strong, and so Kirige thought that the grandson of Soken Ishida shouldn't be weak or something like that. After that we saw that Ishida Yuryu decided to go to his father's room, and there he found this old book, which has great secrets about the Wanderreich, about Yhwach himself, as well as what happened to his mother. And by the way, I think this scene that appeared in the opening seems to be actually related to Kyuraku and not Yuryu, especially after watching the scenes of the third episode. Yuryu spoke about the Wanderreich and Yhwach, and therefore I don't think that Sokin will have a drawing of the members of the Gotei squad. It is true, as I said in my previous video, that maybe Sokin will have knowledge that Yhwach fought Yamamoto 1000 years ago, but not to the point where there is even a picture of the Gotei squad themselves. This is why I am now certain that this page belongs to Kyuraku. And here we come to one of the scenes that I was waiting for in the anime, Mayuri's conversation with Yamamoto. Of course, this scene is important because it explains what happened to the souls that disappeared in the Rekongai. In order to avoid a collision of worlds with each other, Mayuri killed 28,000 souls in the Soul Society to replace the number of hollows that were lost in the real world. Yamamoto wanted to throw what happened on Mayuri in his technical team, but Mayuri was clear, and he said to the old man that everything that happens is because of you and not killing that man 1000 years ago. That man, who is Yhwach, as soon as he saw that Ichigo got into a fight between him and Kirige, he decided to invade the Soul Society. The attack of the Wanderreich was very surprising, to the point none of the Shinigami could make a quick response. And on the top of that, we have seen how Busby injured Kira with that deadly attack, and killed all of his officers. In the manga I thought that this attack was from Rishi, but actually it was using his ability of heat. But man, with one finger he blows up the head of this poor officer. And so the episode ended with the invasion of the Wanderreich and the appearance of Vampita, Asken, Driscoll and the rest. Now the real shit will begin. Kobo said that he sent many ideas of battle scenes to the studio. I'm curious how they're gonna use them. So guys, tell me your opinion about the episode. and see you in my next video.